Yeah, yeah. How y'all doing? Though this is Rose Train 11, and this weekend, yes, this weekend is the end of the era for Super Sentai. So, the final episode of Goes Usual will be airing on February 8th, and it's also the series finale of the Super Sentai franchise. And the reason why Sentai was canceled because of low ratings, not only that, lack of merchandise. I mean, a lack of sales. I mean, they ain't buying their toys and stuff like that though. So Toy and Bandai they decided just to scrap the whole thing though, because it's like a lack of merchandise, and that's the reason why the Super Sentai is canceled. And there have been talks saying it's gonna be on hiatus for about several years, and they're gonna have a reboot. But I don't know. But I just wanted to say it's gonna make you sad. It's over. Super Sentai is over. You know what I'm saying? And Super Sentai started with Go Ranger back in 1975, right? And for the past 49 seasons, it's like different team, different vehicles, and different actors. So, I mean, it's became a franchise. And you know, one of that Super Sentai franchise is spawned the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So they use Suiger for 16th season of Super Sentai. Suiger, they use it as Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and it got some exposure though. I mean, that kept it going. I mean, like I said, Super Sentai was on Japanese television since 1975. It got different teams, and by the late 80s, early 90s, though the ratings started to go down with like Jetman and Fireman, but the 16th season of Super Sentai, say Super Ranger, got the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and all that stuff though. So and it's part of Japanese. It was like traditional Japanese television since the 1970s, and to see it go, I mean, that's all messed up. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I mean, right now is I mean, do you really miss Sentai? And I mean, my opinion, I've been watching Super Sentai since like 2022, and I've seen all the old Super Sentai shows. It's 40, so they're bringing out like some more violent stuff they haven't shown on Power Rangers, and to me, it made me laugh. I mean, even though when Power Rangers came on, they edited down the violence and the other things, and but I'm trying to tell you, these Japanese, they do some brutal stuff and some funny stuff too, and in my opinion. So I feel a little bad that Super Sentai is canceled and all that stuff. So somehow the reason why they canceled Super Sentai is a lack of merchandise, lack of sales, in other words. And I heard that back in last fall when news broke that Super Sentai was being canceled, I mean, it's like like I said, it was a lack of sales, lack of merchandise, and then they promoting heavily on this Kamen Rider thing rather than Super Sentai. I mean, it's also a lack of sales. So a couple of weeks when news came out that Super Sentai was canceled, there was another scam because you got like this actress Maya Mori. She got fired after alleged underage drinking and sleeping around with a married man and all that sort. So, and they replaced her with Arnie's sister from Don Brothers, right? And however, though, I mean the damage was done. I mean the reason why Super Sentai is canceled, so they're gonna replace it with this new. They're gonna replace it with this new project called Project Red, and what they're doing is they're reviving the Space Sheriff Goblin series. So Goblin's gonna be in a red suit and all that stuff, and you're gonna have multiple goblins. So they going through Toy and TV Asahi. They're going for a different format and all that stuff though. So we'll see how that play out. So anyway, like I said, it's the end of the era for Super Sentai. So do you really miss it? What are your thoughts? Leave your comments, like and subscribe. but your childhood has been taken away, and your Japanese childhood, in other words. So anyway, like and subscribe. It's the end of, like I said, it's the end of the era of Super Sentai. So we are sorry. But all we gotta do right now is warn you, Super Sentai. Hey.